let's quickly take you to Russia now, the World Cup, and talk about the World Cup. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has been talking about increasing the number of teams from 32 to 40. He visited Korea, South Korea, and remember, yesterday he was proposing a friendly between North and South Korea. A lot of interesting ideas from Gianni Infantino. He's also reassuring major sponsors of what he called the new FIFA. And he says the organization will bounce back from what has been a very, very difficult time. Of course, Korea will be hosting one of the FIFA competitions very, very soon. But let's pause, listen to Gianni Infantino, talk about the plans to expand the World Cup, and then we'll be back to talk about it and more on Sports Tonight.
However, of course, I'm not a dictator, so I cannot impose anything. I'm trying to convince everyone. We started already, and we will continue a consultation phase, which will take place now with all the stakeholders, associations, and the clubs in particular. And I believe that it is important to increase the size of the number of the teams in the World Cup, because we have to be more inclusive, because today football is not only Europe or Europe and South America, football is the world. FIFA went through a difficult time, it's clear, but this has changed now. Times have changed, this is a new FIFA.
All right, he says it's a new FIFA, and things are different now. Things will be done very, very differently. Guys, before his election, he's been talking about expanding the World Cup to 40 teams. Yeah. A lot of people feel the way the World Cup is at the moment is just ideal. But I don't know what you guys think about it. But before we talk about that, let's just update you that the game is over now. Atletico Madrid have edged out Bayern Munich 1-0, first leg, second semi-final game. But it's a slim 1-0 win, but the fact that they didn't concede at home,
it's an advantage.
Any kind of advantage is an advantage at this stage of the UEFA Champions League. All right, so that's what it is at the moment. We're going to talk about it later on, and also talk about Europa League games to be played tomorrow. But let me get your reactions very quickly. Infantino and his plan for...
If you listen to his speech, he said something that's very crucial. Football is not played in Europe and South America anymore. So anytime you go to Asia, anytime you come to Africa, you have to tell them things they want to hear. He's there in South Korea, he's talking to the sponsors.
He's talking about increasing the sports
he's there in Asia, he's talking to the market, I mean, those sponsors, those people that have backed FIFA all the years, and he's trying to tell them, look, this is a new FIFA. Don't leave us. Don't back out of the. I mean, he's talking to one of car manufacturers, one of the big ones in Asia, and I mean, there has to be a sweetener. He's already said, okay, you guys already have 4. It could be 5.
It could be 6 even.
It could be 5 when you consider that one Asian team plays
a playoff against South America.
And we could give you more. So I think that was one of the strategies that won him the presidency in the first place. But you know, if you just consider critically that statement that football is not played in Europe and South America anymore, it shows you that
alone.
Yeah, not play alone in those parts, that other people are yearning for more, and to have that unity so that there won't be any conflict, you have to give other people. And I'm very sure if it comes to Africa, though I'm not sure they have as much sponsors they have in Asia, in Africa, but I'm very sure the pattern of that speech will still be the same, 40 teams. And that's what he said even before he became president. And I'm not sure it's going to stop. We might not see it in Russia and Qatar, but very soon we might just...
He may not even be the president of FIFA at that time. But then he will have laid the foundation for increasing the World Cup from 32 teams to 40. Before now, we've seen the World Cup increase the number of teams participating, and the fear has always been the same. If we increase, the glamour will be lost. But it doesn't, at the end of the day, affect the quality that we see at the World Cup. Do you see that as well for this plan to make it 40 teams, or is this just a fear that we're nursing that is unfounded? Can the World Cup still maintain that glamour even with 40 teams?
It can, but I think Infantino is in a dilemma. Remember that on the day he emerged as FIFA president, some countries in Europe after him, while congratulating him, said the hope that he will not implement
that 40 plan,
that his plan to increase the countries to 40, because they are looking at the health of their players. You know, everything is about interest. You know, the big clubs in Europe, they don't want their players to play a lot of games. They want them to, you know, get fresher for the season. You know, so I don't know how he's going to convince them, but already they are already planning how to counter. And I think that's why he's going to Asia and Africa, because it pays Asia and Africa to have more, you know, slots in the World Cup. You start to gain a lot from appearance fees and all that. But for Europe, where he comes from, he's going to have a lot of opposition.
All right, guys, let me spend a few minutes to just read some comments on Twitter. Temitope at Emerald_Davies says he's hoping for Atletico to win, and he thinks they are a very disciplined side defensively. He says they will succeed in both legs. All right, they already won the first leg 1-0. Bayern have to find a means to break them down in the second leg, and they've shown that they can play against top teams that love to pass the ball. So we just keep our eyes open and see what happens in that one. Tunde Ogunshiku is putting out a little bit of chess for us. Of course, if you catch up with Tunde on Friday, you'll find out a lot more about chess and all that is going on. But it looks like Nigerian is really going strong, and I'm sure Tunde will give us the details on Friday. Dende Elvon Sani, who is watching us from Ilorin, Kwara State, says, what standard is expected from a national team player? He says our technical department should do more work in knowing the kind of, giving us the standard. Before you can be called up into the national team, there must be some standard that
some basic requirements.
Basic requirements, not just that you are in and anybody can bring you in and tomorrow you could be out and all of that. You should have basic requirements for the players. Sheyi Okweolu Ajayi at Evidence by Me says he agrees with you guys on our unsettled nature in terms of the friendly games. He says waste because we should appoint somebody who will take charge. We should be serious. That's the bottom line of what Sheyi is saying on Twitter. All right, let's quickly wrap up the show by talking about the Europa League. It's a step down from the UEFA Champions League, but the excitement at this stage is also high. And,
very.
Particularly when you see how teams like Liverpool made it here, you will know that the attention to the Europa League is also good. Shakhtar Donetsk will be facing defending champion Sevilla, and then Villarreal will be up against Liverpool. These are good games. Two mouth-watering semi-final fixtures. Jimmy, very quickly. Your thoughts?
Well, I don't know. For sentimental reasons, I want Liverpool to win. But for all the four teams, a route back into the UEFA Champions League, and that's why.
Yeah, that's true.
Why they're
if you win it,
yes, you're back in the
Champions League.
That's why they're taking it seriously. And the UEFA has found a way to upgrade the status of this competition, and that's why when teams drop down, they play well. It could go either way. We have experienced teams here. But like I said, sentimental reasons, in the game Liverpool, Villarreal, I'm hoping Liverpool will get to win.
Your money on Liverpool too?
Yeah, from the way they played against Borussia Dortmund, you know, it shows that they have
it. Could be the turning point for Liverpool.
The team that has character, and that could be the turning point. And the energy of their coach, he has brought something new into the team. He doesn't give up. So I see them giving Villarreal a run for their money. These other three teams have tradition in the Europa League, so it's going to be difficult too. I mean, Villarreal, Sevilla, and Shakhtar Donetsk. You know, these are traditional Europa League teams.
Sevilla have been winning it. They had a break, and then they back to winning it.
Back-to-back champions.
And we have two Spanish teams, one English team, and Ukrainian team. And of course, in the Champions League, you have two Spanish teams,
one English
a German team, and an English team. All right. So I'm told that that's the most you'll be able to take on Sports Tonight this midweek, this Wednesday. Yemi Adebayo, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for coming on the show as well. And of course, thank you to you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the night. Bye-bye now.